Welcome back to another episode of Dino's Kitchen. How many times you go to the club, you come back, hungover, you don't know what to do, you are starving. If you don't want the usual kebab, that is Italian way to deal with hangovers. We have got an amazing aglio, olio and peperoncino, but Dino style. I'm gonna show you how to make it. Facciamo. First step of the recipe, guys, we're gonna grab some chilies. Slice the chili in half, and we wanna take off all the seeds from the inside. Removing the seeds will prevent the sauce to be very hot. So we're just gonna get the flavor of the chili. Now it's time to confit garlic and chili together. Grab a pot, peel garlic, our deseeded chili. And cloves of olive oil. Medium-high heat. We need just to confit the chili and the garlic, so we need a temperature between 80 to 120 degrees Celsius. When the garlic and the chili looks like that, when the garlic and the chili look like that, roughly about 15 minutes, we're gonna turn off the heat completely. And just at this stage, I'll give you another little secret. We're gonna add some dry oregano and leave that to cool down roughly for about half an hour. In the meanwhile, we need our crunchy part of the dish. Some panko breadcrumb, some more, another drizzle of olive oil, then get some garlic in camicia, means with the shirt, and chuck in the pan. And then just for the aroma, grab some basil stems. Si dice stems? Who stems? Who basil stems. Chuck into it. We want the pan on a medium heat. We don't want to burn the bread, we just want to get a nice, deeply golden brown color. My friend, the smell is something else already, eh? When we reach this color, let's put in a container. At this stage, let's put the water to boil. Next, we're gonna make the base for our pasta. 1 fresh chili, 2 more garlic cloves. We're just gonna slice that very thin. Penso che mi sono toccato sotto l'occhio con la mano che è sporca di peperoncino. It's burning. Pan still cold, olive oil, chili and garlic, basil. Leave the stems as well. Very low heat. We need to infuse everything that is in the pan at the moment. While all those beautiful ingredients are doing the job, and we literally just transferred our confit chili garlic oil in a, come cazzo si chiama? Blender cup. And let's blend. Let's add a few cubes of ice, one at a time. Ice will help emulsify the sauce. And that is what we want. A nice, beautiful chili garlic oil dressing that we're gonna use to finish up our pasta. The water is boiling. We're gonna cook our pasta. We're gonna use linguine in this case. It's the best shape of pasta for this dish. You can use whatever you want. Linguine is the best. Season the water with salt and straight away put the pasta in. We wanna cook the pasta no more than 5 minutes, and then we're gonna transfer everything into the pan. When the garlic gets this color, we can get a little bit of the actual paste that is at the bottom of the jar, and that will be a game changer, trust me. We're gonna mix it in like that. To control the temperature, we're gonna stop it with a little bit of pasta water. And that will be our base when we're gonna add our pasta in a second. After 5 minutes, we're gonna place our pasta pot on the side of the pan. And as you can see, the pasta is not cooked at all. It's still very hard. But we're gonna place into our base. From now, we're gonna go very high heat. And we're gonna keep adding pasta water. In Italian, this is risottare. It's like we are doing a risotto process, but with pasta instead. And trust me, you don't need any cream anymore if you do that. Also, in that way, whichever flavor we put into the base, we're gonna found into the pasta. And you see, we are creating chuch. Right, the pasta is fully cooked at the moment. Another secret is, in Italy, we like to relax.
This is what we do.
So let the pasta relax for a little bit. In the meanwhile, clean all the mess and your wife is happy. Just after a few minutes, nice and creamy, we're gonna finish off with just a little bit of lemon zest, a nice amount of fresh basil, don't worry,
Be happy.
a touch of that dressing, good amount of Parmigiano Reggiano, and we're gonna incorporate everything in together. Creamy. If you cannot hear this noise, something is wrong. Make the pasta again because it's not right. This is huge, baby. Just a touch more of the dressing. Don't throw that away. This is red gold. You can use that as a base for anything that requires garlic and chili. To finish off, a nice sprinkle of panko breadcrumb, a bella frolla di basilico on top, and another spruzzatina di parmigiano. It's time to taste. Mamma mia, the noise. How do you like to eat spaghetti? With the fork or with the spoon as well? Let me know in the comments. Mamma mia, that's very nice. Spicy, on the point. I think there is only one thing you need to do. Like, subscribe, and make sure you follow the next video. In UK, there is a kind of a special version of carbonara, which is called all-in carbonara. People put chicken, peas, ham, cherry tomatoes. Ma che cazzi carbonari è? Mica sei un casino. We are not in the casino, my friend. All in. There is one carbonara, my friend. It's the one from Rome, okay? You wanna put cream, chicken, do it.
Don't do it!
But don't call carbonara. I'm gonna show you how to make my version of carbonara. Facciamo. Right, first thing to do, let's put some water in the pan, turn on the heat, and bring the water up to boil. I'm gonna say now, and I'm not gonna say anymore. For carbonara, you need this. Guanciale. No ham, no parma ham, no bacon, no pancetta. Guanciale. And let's start prepping the guanciale. So what we're gonna do, we take off the skin. You can do cubes, little stripes, thin, thick. It's completely up to your taste. So we're gonna get a nice slice, quite thin, and then we're gonna slice like that. But don't be stingy. Put the guanciale in there. Once the guanciale is all sliced, it's time to extract all the fat from it. We're gonna grab our beautiful pan, place the guanciale in. The pan has to be cold. That is a must. And we start on a low-medium heat. We need the guanciale to sweat. That's the way Italian people do pasta. We make love with food.
I honestly don't know if I'm hungry or horny.
And stay out of my freezer.
As you can see, we didn't put any butter, we didn't put any oil. And the reason why is because we have got our beautiful guanciale. Look all this fat. Grab 2 containers and a bunch of eggs. We're gonna open the egg in the first bowl. Second egg. We don't wanna burn. We need to be multitasking in the kitchen. Very important. Okay, another egg. So grab the yolk. Okay. Transfer in the other container. In the meanwhile, the guanciale is getting nice and crispy. You can see the color is almost golden brown all over, and there is loads of fat. Look, that is liquid gold for this recipe, yeah? With the whites, we're gonna save them for now. We keep everything. With our beautiful yolks, we simply gonna add some black pepper, no salt, and we're gonna add some good quality Parmigiano. I know, in the carbonara you should use pecorino, but I live in UK. It's very hard to get pecorino in here. So use a nice quality Parmigiano, and trust Dino, the carbonara will be the best you have ever had in your life. The quantity of Parmesan is literally by feeling.
A few inches later.
Okay? And we're gonna mix it. Okay? Look at that. I will say our guanciale is ready. We're gonna turn off the heat and remove our guanciale on a piece of kitchen paper. The reason why we drain our guanciale straight away is because if we leave in the fat, it will never go crispy. It will always be soggy. But if we dry all the excess fat, we're gonna have a lovely crispy guanciale. Look how beautiful it is. Remember what I said before? That is liquid gold. So we're gonna add half of the fat that is in the pan inside our egg and cheese mixture. And we're gonna leave half into the pan. We incorporate the fat into the egg. Look at that. It's time to cook our pasta. Usually we always season the water quite a lot with salt. But due to the fact that we have got loads of guanciale which is already salty, we have got loads of good parmesan which is already salty, we don't want to really push too much with salt, because remember, you can always add, but once it's in, you cannot take it out. Please do not snap the pasta. That's a very quick example. You go and buy a chair from a guy that makes chair for living. You're gonna come home and you're gonna put the chair upside down and you're gonna sat on it. I don't think so. So if people create pasta that is supposed to be that length, why you snap the pasta? Twist like that and let it go. You know, you don't really use egg white for much. So I'm gonna use for the actual carbonara. Little pinch of salt and a little bit of black pepper. We're gonna mix until we reach this kind of consistency. We have now cooked the pasta for 6 minutes. Turn off and you need to rest for a little bit. Trust me, it works. We can grab our pan with the guanciale fats. Really high heat. We can see a little bit of smoke is coming out. Be careful because it can splash. We're gonna stop the temperature and start emulsifying the fat. So we're gonna finish the pasta in the pan. I know right now it looks like plain pasta, but remember, it's absorbing the flavor of the guanciale, baby. We are almost there with the cooking, maybe another minute, just enough to reduce a little bit of excess water. It's time to turn off the pasta. Now place the pan here. We need to slightly cool down the pasta a touch, otherwise we're gonna scramble everything. And let's go with our special carbonara cream. Look at that, mamma mia, my friend. We're gonna incorporate that, and already you can tell it's super creamy. But remember, our egg whites, look, after a bit it will obviously break the structure a little bit, so a nice energetic mix. And we just need a touch. Look at that, my friend, mamma mia. To get something like that, people put the cream into it. You don't need the cream. Creamy, but not cream. We're gonna get some of the crispy guanciale now into the pasta. It's not gonna get scrambled, it's not gonna get dry. That's why we put the secret ingredient if you have watched the whole video. Now, we need to do the noise check. Not my stomach, the noise of the pasta, the noise of the chuch. That's the recipe for the happiness, my friend. Me and my wife wanna really say thanks to all our subscribers. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell. See you on the next video. Today is classic day. We are talking about one of the easiest and fastest recipe on the planet. Cacio e pepe. Stay until the end and you're gonna find out why this is the best cacio e pepe on YouTube. You wanna learn how to do it? Facciamo. Right guys, this recipe is so quick that the first step is putting our water to boil. In the meanwhile, we're gonna prep one of our two ingredients, black peppercorn. 15 to 20 gram per portion. We're gonna go on low-medium heat for about 5 minutes. We just need to toast the pepper to get as much flavor as possible out of it. So in the meanwhile, we're gonna prep our second ingredient of the recipe, and is parmigiano. Usually to do cacio e pepe you need pecorino, but unfortunately I live in UK and it's very hard to buy pecorino where I live. So I use a good quality parmigiano and that should do. Roughly you need about 120 gram to create a nice creamy pasta. The more the cheese is aged, the less stringy it will be, so that will create a better cream. If the parmesan is too fresh, it will become like mozzarella, so it's gonna be stringy, and in this case it's gonna be gooey. I can definitely smell a nice intense aroma of black peppercorn. Gonna turn that off. We're gonna grab a pesto mortar Choke our black peppercorn in, and while they're still hot, very gently we start to smash them. Go gentle to begin with, because otherwise they will splash everywhere. Now it's completely up to you how fine or coarse you want, but personally I don't like when you get a very big piece of peppercorn inside of the pasta, because it's not pleasant for me. So I will grind as fine as possible, literally to just get all the flavors. Now, as you can see, it's very fine at the camera. Okay, a nice pinch, and you choke into the parmesan, and another pinch in the pan. I know it's a lot of black pepper, but we are doing cacio e pepe. If you don't put pepe, it's just cacio, you get what I mean? So put the bloody pepper inside. The water is boiling. Before we put any salt into it, we're gonna grab just a little bit of hot water, and we're gonna pour over the parmesan and the black pepper. And we need to create a cream. We're gonna put half of the amount of what you usually use of salt, because there is loads of parmesan and it's already quite salty. For this recipe, I picked tagliatelle because I love them. Yeah, tagliatelle in the water, eh? Now, they are egg pasta. We won't get as much starch as we usually will have from a normal pasta. So we're gonna cook them almost fully, but then we're gonna finish the last 2 minutes in the pan. The process with the normal pasta is completely the same. The only difference, you can cook the normal pasta less than the egg pasta, because in that way you can release more starch into the sauce. After 5 minutes, we're gonna switch off the water, pan with the black pepper on, high heat, and straight away, because the pan is already quite hot, we're gonna place water into the pan to avoid the black pepper to burn. Very, very important that. We're gonna bring that up to the boil. When the water is boiling, add the pasta into it. The pasta is not cooked yet, but is at this stage that the magic will happen. In this process, we want to cook the pasta and create a nice cream with all the starch. And to do so, we are keeping adding water to it. Always keep on the maximum temperature that you have on your hob. Now, the more the pasta will cook, the more starch will release and the more creamier it will become. The water is changed color, and that is all the starch that the pasta is releasing into the stock. Now the pasta is fully cooked. The water is pretty much fully reduced. We can turn off. Wait literally about 10 seconds for the pasta to cool down just a little bit. We can add our cacio and pepe mix. That's the noise you want. Very important. A little trick now. We need to cover the pasta with a nice layer of parmesan, and we're gonna leave to rest in the pan for 3 minutes. A nice sprinkle of the same black pepper that we used before. If you wanna keep your wife happy, clean the mess in the meanwhile. After 3 minutes, let's check the consistency. Look at that, crema, creamy. This is creamy king. Next video I see on YouTube where people do the cacio e pepe and they put cream inside, I swear che si ti acchiappa, ti manà, van, da che la fai basta, no? Fai un buco di c***o tanto, sfonga sana a te e che la buccia ci siamo spiegati? A ci venuto. Now stop playing with tossing the pasta for the YouTube video. Let's move the pan on the sides because Dino's is very very hungry. E se crema. A Rossea Gordon Ramsay. Mese che tiene 250.000, 60.000 ristoranti. Per lo sprinkle di pepe. Now is my favorite part. So, let's dig in. This is the right noise. Mo, stamattina. Mamma mia. My friend, ti fidi di me? Trust me, this is the best one. Now, don't forget, like, subscribe, share the video, do all the homework, and please help us to grow the channel. Thank you very much, and see you in the rest recipe. Mine.
Thank you.